There it is. All right, so now we're gonna go over two different types of triangle defense. What I refer to as early and late stage triangle defense, right? Early stages, you caught it, he's attacking, but you kind of read the book beforehand, you know where this is going, right? Late stages, you fucked up, he's ahead of you, how the hell did we get out, right? So Jordan's here, he's jumped up this triangle, and I honestly am like, ah, crap, right? Like the one hand in, one hand out happened, and now you're here, right? Couple things you want to do immediately. One, get his hips back centered. Because most people are going to be trying to cut off this angle and going this way, right? Boom. I got to beat those hips, and I want to sit him up right on my thighs here, right? You're not doing like I say good girl thighs, right? Just outside of his hips, pinching the hips here. The arm that is left in, you want to curl your elbow back like you're reaching for your gun here. Here. So that way, one, you're controlling that thigh and knee a little bit, but you're also giving yourself a little bit of space on the throat. So you're dropping that elbow back. Then we're going to look up. I don't want to look behind myself. I want to look right where the ceiling meets the wall. That's going to give you the right angle of, I don't want to look down, because that's going to be where he's trying to get me to look. And I don't want to look way back here, because that's how you get swept here. Keeping that good posture, that good straight neck and spine here. Once you're here, this hand is going to come right to the top of his knee. I'm going to look to posture my hips up and pull that knee down. If that's not working quickly enough, you can go both hands on top of the knee in here. All right? So the goal of this one is the earlier you see it, the easier it is to defend, right? So we're here, Jordan's going, bop, I don't like what's happening here. Okay. Posture up. Once you're there, either settle back in for guard again, or as soon as that breaks, sneak this hand back out, work stack passes, passing kind of at your lead. The goal is, and this is going to work for most of your submissions, guys, reverse engineer what they're trying to do to you. So think about it this way. To finish a triangle, he wants to cut your arm across, break your posture, cut an angle, squeeze your neck. So what are we going to do? We're going to keep our arm where it's supposed to be. We're going to get our posture up. We're going to control his hips, and we're going to get out, right? Reverse engineer what he's trying to do to you. Same thing with the arm bar. He's isolating your arm, controlling the weight, stacking your arm out. Right? So what do? Reinforce the arm. You control the weight distribution. You control where the arms are. Reverse engineer your way out of a lot of techniques if you're ever wondering how to defend something. Focus on how they're trying to finish and work backwards from there. Does that make sense? Questions on early stage triangle defense?
Link to your opponent's like Eli. Is that knee gonna still leverage that?
Yeah. Well, the nice part is if you catch this early, they don't have good angles or control here. Okay. So the goal is posture. Now, is it going to always break, right? The goal is, obviously, I want to posture up. Is that always going to happen? No. But guess what there is right here? A nice little bit of space. Nice little bit of space. Get yourself out of the trouble. Because if I'm here, I can sneak that hand behind. I can sneak that hand back in. The goal is defend, 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 then escape here. Does that make sense? Yep. Other questions here? So we're going to drill that and the deeper triangle defense all at once. So we're here. Boom, I fucked up. Jordan's starting to triangle the shit out of me, right? A very common thing he tries to do to me. So I'm here. First thing I have to do is get those hips control back and get my head up as much as I can, right? He's going to have your posture broke here, so it's not going to be good. Now, when we're here, I have to collapse this elbow back as far as I can. This leg is going to step up, and I'm going to look to drop knee on belly. Now, the second you feel those legs release from your head, you have to wave to your mouth. You cannot leave your arm laying around back here. You have to get out. The goal here is a little bit of explosion, a little bit of pain compliance. A nice knee to your stomach while I'm trying to posture makes you reconsider how much you want that triangle. And that's my goal here. So if Jordan's getting this triangle on me, I don't appreciate being triangled. It's really rude of him. Here, here, here. Now, you're in reverse knee on belly. You can enter, Switch, drop to side, do what you want from there. The goal is get the hell out of a triangle. Do not sit in them. A lot of us have gotten way too comfortable with this. Oh, he's not going to finish, but I'm not going to do shit to get out of here. Then we sit like this for 2 minutes at a tournament, and I want to beat you to death with the hammer. We have to, I don't care if you go to this tuck even. You have to work on getting that knee up and out of there. We cannot be comfortable in submissions. Oh, he can't finish the triangle. Guess what, stupid? You're still losing. Especially any of you guys who want to fight. Realize you're in a finishing sequence for however long they fucking decide you are. You're losing all of that time. Amateurs, there's only 3 minutes. You get stuck in a finishing sequence for a minute, that round's gone. Sorry. You better knock him out. That's the only way you're getting that round back. So you have to be ready to move out of these. For those of you who want to compete on the bigger stages, where there's refs' decisions and judges' decisions, you know, advantages, all those things. Realize fight to win, I lose there. If I stay in that triangle, tied up score, but I sat in a triangle for 2 of the minutes of the fight, ref's decision going right to him. IBJJF, unless you can speak Portuguese, decision's going to him. Hell, even guerrilla warfare. I believe Chase has decision-making power at the end of it. Tied up match, you sat in a submission for 2 of the 4 minutes. You're going to lose that. So we have to be ready to get out of submissions, not just hang out of them. Questions on that? Drop the elbow, control your posture, knee on belly. And you're going towards the arm that is in. Realize if you go the other direction, you cinch their triangle for them. That's not what you want to go. So if I'm here, realize, remember, reverse engineer, right? Jordan's trying to cut and go this way anyway. So if I step up and go here, all I did was make it tighter on myself. Literally, that wasn't a sound effect. That was how my voice happened. I have to collapse that elbow and go this way because that's going to give me the space I need here. Even if I just get that arm back in. You just can't hang out in a triangle. Make sense? I'm guilty of it too, guys. So if you're like, man, why is he yelling at us about this? It's partially me. I do it a lot.
You're kind of pushing off your knee once you make it around.
Oh yeah, my knee is that little sprinkle of fuck you we talk about every once in a while. That's what that knee is. Stop trying to choke me. How bad? You really want to choke me? You're gonna choke me through a lot of chest pain right now. That's what that knee is. It's not friendly. It's not, oh, I'm just gonna lightly push some weight here. Now here, we're gonna be friendly about it while we're drilling a little bit. But I want to drive my hips through and drop my weight on you. Because you don't get to just triangle me for free. It's like Pavlov's dog, right? They ring the bell, you slap. I want every time you think about going for a submission to hurt. Trying to like Pavlov's dog you into not wanting to submission hunt on me. Because when I defend something, it hurts you. Or I pass you. Or something bad happens to you every time you try to go for a submission. That's what I'm trying to do when I compete. Oh, you went for a triangle? Cool. Eat this knee to your chest while you're trying to finish that. That's the goal. Make sense? Yes. Drill both. First, he goes for the one triangle. You posture up, escape from there. Then you go back in. He locks it deep. You knee on belly, get out. 1, 2, 3. Let's assume that Jordan has been misled his entire jiu-jitsu career and believes that an omoplata is actually a submission and not just a sweep. Because bad jiu-jitsu coaches tell people that omoplatas can actually submit people. Sorry. So I'm here. Jordan decides to go for an omoplata, right? Boom. He starts to go here. Now, obviously, first thing I have to recognize is, okay, he's going for an omoplata. Now, as always in life, early detection is going to help you here. If you realize he's going for an omoplata, all you have to do is forward roll. So he starts to go here. Start the scramble, come back, center back in. Work as needed, right? He swings for the Omo. Like it's really that easy. Now, that's if you catch it early, he doesn't start breaking your posture, he doesn't grab your hip, all those things, right? So let's assume Jordan was at least taught by a decent instructor who tells him, hey, grab that belt, grab that hip. Boom. First thing we're going to do, I'm going to start to try to post this hand on the mat and get my head and my chest up as much as possible here. Now, with my other hand, most people are going to figure for their legs or have their ankles crossed. I don't care which it is. You're going to find that top ankle. Post out with that foot, baseball slide, and tuck that leg behind your head. As soon as that leg clears your head, you let go, come around, escape there. Very simple, very easy. But I'm here. Jordan starts going for the Omo. Boom, I posture, start getting my head and my chest up here. Here, if you need to, you can post this foot out. Because he's going to be trying to extend his legs and go here. It's not going to be easy, right? Boom, I'm here. Tap that foot over. So, early detection, forward roll. Right? It's very simple. You just roll and then scramble from there. He gets to it a little bit better. You sit through. Everyone good on both of those? Now I'm going to show you the dirty trick if you don't like people, right? I don't like people who go for Omoplatas. Boom, he goes for the Omoplata. He figure fours his leg. Boom, you post your head up, your chest up. You get here, right? I'm going to sit all the way to my hip here like I'm going to try to baseball slide. Instead, though, my pinky is going to connect right underneath his pinky toe. I'm going to grab the outside of his foot. I'm going to slide and tuck his ankle right behind my neck. As I do this, I'm going to turn my head and my chest, and I'm trying to fold his foot in half. Oh, it is. Very simple outside toe hold, because sometimes you need new enemies in life. Great way to get one. Now, the big mistake a lot of people make is they try to ankle lock through this. I'm trying to break your foot in half, like I'm trying to snap it like this. Not trying to fold your ankle under, I'm trying to snap your foot. Lots of little bones through here, that's what I'm trying to break. Realize snapping his ankle from that position, incredibly hard. Breaking a couple toes, incredibly easy. So I'm here, Jordan swings up, he goes for that, boom. I get here, I'm gonna hide this arm, whether it's posted or I'll tuck it to the inside of this leg, right? Head up, chest up. I grab that foot, I promise, I'm gonna baseball slide. Here, bend that foot, turn it towards his butt here. If it doesn't work and you're like, he kicks his foot or does whatever, right? You just finish the baseball slide. But it's a great way to threaten them for threatening you. It's kind of like the old West shootouts where everyone's pointing guns at each other. It's like, you're going to try to submit me, I'm going to try to submit you. Once again, Pavlov's dog. You don't try to touch me without it hurting, right? You want to go for that Omo? Great, I'm going to break your foot for you. That's the type of competitive fire you have to have at times.
If you're not getting to like his foot right away trying to tap, are you like immediately bailing?
Yeah, that is a threaten. If I don't feel we've all gotten a submission and you feel that wiggle where they're trying to figure out how to get away from you. If you don't feel that pretty quickly, sit out and take the side control. Like that, you're not in a good enough position to hang out there and like really crank on that. I'm gonna go for that initial pressure, and if in that initial pressure I don't feel him stop focusing on my shoulder and start focusing on his foot, because you'll feel it if it's in or not, then I'm gonna sit through, take the side control and work from there. It's one of those, it's kind of like wrist locks in a lot of our positions when I'm like, hey, threaten the wrist lock. It's more to get the reaction. If it's there, take it, but if not, keep moving. Does that make sense? Obviously, always read to your rule set. This is an outside toe hold. So if in your rule set you're allowed outside toe holds, great, this is what you can use. It's one of the only ones I actually hit.
Are we drilling this like we do the roll and then the sit out and then the toe hold?
Correct.
Since I probably can't do the thread the toe hold, is there a way to thread the ankle off of that position?
Not particularly well. Not without like really digging your elbow through, and then he's gonna, nothing good happens there. Sit through. If you're not threatening that toe hold for real, just sit through and go.
Does the toe hold get tighter if I were to shrimp back and start to go for a go-go?
Yes. Because what ends up happening, for those of you who don't know what Jordan's asking. So Jordan gets here, I get here, right? Boom, I go here, and he tries to start shrimping and going for that go-go. All he's doing is making it worse. At best, I just have to still escape my arm. But if you try to go back for that, like you're still in the problem.
If I'm going against someone like Eli, does it become easier or harder with those?
Easier. Gangle helps. That's why I grabbed Jordan. Because I have more room to bend that big ass leg. Now, you may have to go reaching for it, but it's going to be there, and you're going to have more leverage to pull that leg down. Like I said, it's a threat. It's one of those, most of the submissions I try to show you guys fall in that 60-40, 70-30. If you hit it right and they don't stop and they're not ahead of you on the submission defense, you should get most of the subs we work 60% to 70% of the time, right? Now, they may read your setup, you may not fall behind, but they're high percentage setups, right? This is the inverse. This is probably a 30 to 40% move. I'm going to threaten it. I'm going to use it to pass. But it's also going to make you gun shy, especially in longer matches as you guys start moving up. Realize, in a white belt match, you get 3 good attempts at something. Because it's a 5-minute match for most white belts. You have a minute of you guys acting like you know how to wrestle before one of you finally fucking sits down. Then you have a minute of you guys trying to pass guard, and then each of you probably gets 1 or 2 attempts at a good submission. As you start moving up, my matches are 10 minutes long. Or no time limit, which is even worse. I get as many submission attempts as I want. So if you start going for something like that and I threaten you, it makes you more gun shy to go back to that submission. That's why I threaten the wrist locks, threaten the little things, because it makes you not know where to go. That's why I like threatening this foot lock. Other questions on this? Drilling it out. Forward roll first, baseball slide 2, foot lock 3, then switch. 1, 2, 3.